welcome back. It's your girl Briera, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I would like to first and foremost thank our Heavenly Parents, Mother, Father, Source of Creation, for giving me this opportunity to be here with you today. I would like to do a quick angel guide oracle reading for the Sagittarius. This will be an angel guide oracle reading that helps to focus on your strength, heart, and guidance at this time. I would like to call on the Holy Spirit and my spirit team to please come to my side to help me deliver divine messages that is of the highest white light. Remember, these messages are general, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. So let's just jump right into your angel guide oracle reading, Sagittarius, and see what your strength is at this time and what's in your favor in the current situation. This is for Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius' strength at this time? And what is in their favor in the current situation? Sagittarius strength. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you for the team. Sagittarius strength at this time. Sagittarius strength at this time. Ooh, that one just flipped. Oh, it's two of them. Okay. We have Gaia Gateway activation. Oh, and karmic board clearing. Gaia Gateway activation and karmic board clearing. Sagittarius. I feel like everything is truly a learning experience, okay? Everything is truly a learning experience, and it is best to rewrite your story, but make sure you're not skipping any steps, okay? Make sure you truly are paying attention to details, because details is what matters, okay? And I feel like probably at the age of 15, okay? Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I feel like since you were 15 years old, you probably have been progressing in life very, very easy or very quickly. And I feel like it's being guided for you now to just make sure that you haven't been progressing so much that you have skipped important phases or important details of your own life that has probably brought some type of resentful energy, that probably has brought some type of negative trait out of you by being able to progress so easy and so quickly in your life, okay? I feel like it's all about communication. It's all about, reminding yourself that every piece of information is important. Every piece of information is important to the whole, okay? It's all about you rewriting your story, understanding that, yeah, it might be real nice to see that so many people are attracted to me, and I have so many things that going on at once, and my life is just so perfect, and nothing is perfect, but my life is truly together. But I feel like at the same time you have to understand that it's all about making sure that things are balanced out, and it doesn't just look like things are balanced out, okay? That's very important. You don't want it to just appear like something is something. You actually want it to be what it is. And I feel like that is your strength at this time, is that you are making sure that you you are paying attention to details, and you aren't skipping steps, especially when it comes to clearing out the old, when it comes to rewriting your story, when it comes to really highlighting the learning experiences of which has allowed for you to be where you are currently, okay? I feel like live your truth though, okay? But don't be afraid to ask yourself, what do you need to release? It doesn't actually have to be people. What type of energies, what type of items, what is it that you need to release from your energy in order for you to be in this joy and happiness, peace of mind and contentment? Even when it comes to just cleaning your house, everyone goes through those spring cleaning phases, and it's not about them being overwhelmed, or it's not about them like nothing other than releasing things that no longer serves them, and or that no longer has any value in their home, so they sell it, they throw it away, they clear it out. It's the same thing with people and certain energies. If it no longer has any value or benefit in your home, it's time to let it go with ease and grace. What's the blessing Sagittarius carrying in her heart? Sacred inner space. Sacred inner space. Okay, I feel like it's all about really going with the divine flow at this time, making sure that you are looking at patterns, you know, that you are being patient, okay? Notice the negativity that comes from you not slowing down and realizing that you don't have to skip ahead, or you don't have to quickly do anything. I feel like, and it's very important. It's very important for you to channel your knowledge. Channel your knowledge. Do not go relying on other people's interpretations or what other people have to say about something in order for you to gain some type of clarity in what a situation is. Because at the end of the day, there's always 3 sides, 4 sides, 5, depending on what the story is and who is involved. There's always more than just 2 sides of a story. So you have to be patient. You have to see the compassion that is needed within your situation. You have to see that, you know, you have the ability to stand by others without being in this overly critical judgment energy. Everyone has dealt with heartbreak. Everyone has dealt with disappointments. But it's about you igniting your passion for life. It's about you igniting your passion for what your purpose is. And that's probably to truly bring love and light to the world. You have to flow with life as it's presented to you, making sure you're not afraid to step out of your comfort zones. Making sure that self-absorbed energy is truly something that is released from your energy, because it really don't get you far. It really don't get you anywhere. Not where it matters. You don't get the recognition from being a self-absorbed individual that always want to put on the act of being right or being perfect. Or then, you know, when that's not beneficial, okay, well, I do have some flaws. I do have some flaws too, you know. I'm not as smart as I portrayed myself to be in the past. My children aren't as perfect as I try to make them out to be. My life isn't as together, because that no longer benefits us by making it appear like everything is perfect. So let me just go with the flow of whatever everyone else is delivering, so I can, you know, get some type of recognition for being one of them, and not rising above it all and saying this is what it is and this is what it isn't. And it's either you get with it or you don't. You take what resonates and leave what doesn't. What's the guidance for Sagittarius? We have a couple. Emerald tablet activation in the central sun. Oh, she's definitely not one. But take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You know, nobody's here to waste time, and nobody's here to pretend or portray or manipulate anything. Anything. But that's probably actually why, you know, certain individuals knew, you know, it's just like a light that you bring to a group or a situation. And when you're sought out in certain ways, and this is what I've come to understand about a particular relationship, it wasn't that the person came to the other person to try to introduce them to the group or of any sort of like that. No, actually the other person was trying to save the other person for having to do such strange acts to be accepted and to be loved. So basically, they were trying to save them. So by them making this an official situation is what really, you know, made things be what it is. But when that happened, then the person, because they were never in control of themselves, ever, when they little master called for things to get to another level, then they had to fall into place, and then it became a whole situation in itself. But the initial connection wasn't based off of trying to manipulate them into thinking something will be something that it wasn't. No, the initial connection came from them trying to save the little nasty. And that's the truth, isn't it? It's all about making sure that you are truly able to benefit from your success. You don't have to rely on anyone or anything. Other than your hard work, dedication, and commitment to who you are. Open your intuition and seek clarity before skipping steps. It's all about being able to transmute any negative energy into positive energy, into light and love. And that's who someone was. That is who someone is. But since you have such a fetish for something of the dark, I promise you, that's what I keep telling everyone. Where you are what you seek. Where you want to be is where you will truly end up. Nobody's going to try to resist your urges or try to stop you from doing what's best for you. You do what's best for you, because in the end of it all, you will get your desired outcome. You don't want to be attached to anything or anyone. You don't feel like you belong anywhere, then you will not belong anywhere. What's this Gaia gateway activation of karmic board clearing? Gaia gateway activation with karmic board clearing. And more people knew about the drug use and the just mostly the drug use. Honestly, I don't even know, but mostly everyone knew about the drug use. So like, that's not even really a surprise, you know. And then, you know, even on that side of it all, that's why it's just like, just don't try to judge what you don't truly understand about situations and people, but to see what is right and what is wrong. Yes, things can be right and things can be wrong. And when you realize something is wrong and you try to do what's right, you shouldn't be punished for that. Let's just say you don't know what's right and what's wrong. Say I'm someone that loves crack cocaine so much. And then I'm so high all the time that I then take my children, my young children, and I sell them. Let grown men and women do whatever they want to do with them. Is that right or is that wrong? Or can you not see the potential that this will benefit in a long run? The children being molested and used and abused. Is that hard to see that that is a right and a wrong in that situation? Because I'm tired of hearing that, well, how do you know? We think what's wrong and what's right is what's not wrong and what's right. Get out of here. It's just like cheating. It's just like cheating on a test. You work so hard for your results. You study. You see what you need to learn to pass this test so that you can go to the next grade or so that you can get your diploma. And then someone else comes along and they just get a blueprint of the test so that they can easily pass. Do you think that's right or wrong? That someone on the other side of having to work so hard for their results versus someone that can just get something because they can afford it or because they know how to manipulate the system. We can act like we don't know what it is and think things will continue to benefit. It's ridiculous. Do you think it's okay to go investigate in someone's past so that you can be able to pinpoint when they were in their most vulnerable situation so that it can benefit you, so you know how to trigger them? Do you think that's right or do you think that that's wrong? Or is that just too hard to judge? this Gaia Gateway activation with karmic board clearing? Do you think that going out and buying a sack of marijuana versus a pack of hot dogs for your children when you know y'all ain't got no food in the house? Do you think that that's right, or do you think that that's wrong? We don't know right from wrong, huh? So I'm a teacher. What's this Gaia Gateway activation with karmic board clearing? With the Four of Pentacles. It's time to let it go. Let it go. Let go of the people, places, and things that delays you. That puts you in this energy of holding on tightly to the negativity, the depression, and anxiety. It's time to release this need to show that, you know, I have inherited this. So that means when truly you probably inherited a lot of chaos and confusion, and you need to clear out what no longer serves you. It went from someone trying to mess with our legacies to I'm just gonna air out all my dirty laundry, so it don't even matter about the legacies anymore. Pretty soon it's gonna be like, we don't even care about the legacies anymore. It ain't even about the legacies. But initially, it was all about making sure that somebody didn't come in and try to tamper or stump on someone's legacy, right? That's initially what the issue was. That it appeared like somebody was coming in trying to mess with someone's legacy. But now all of a sudden, we airing out everything. The legacy ain't what's the problem. They holding on tight to these possessions. Because that's what the realty is, right? Because that's what really matters here, right? It's what we can show that we have versus what we actually have. Why the Four of Pentacles? With the King of Pentacles. That King of Pentacles. That King of Pentacles is losing out more than they even want to admit. Ain't they? Just a Sagittarius reading. But I'm just saying, just make sure that you are staying consistent and persistent, okay? Know that balance will be restored in everyone's lives, in every situation that the weakness has had too much fun with. Be intelligent when dealing with business endeavors. Keep a level mind. Make sure you aren't allowing corruption to continue to dictate how you move and communicate. And pay attention to this skipping ahead energy for some type of success that only shows the corruption for what it is. The ugliness for what it is. It's not normal to abuse people. It's not normal for grown men to desire young women or young girls. It's not normal for mothers and fathers to neglect their children for their own desires. It's not normal for us to put money over faith and God, source of creation. What's this sacred inner space? With the Page of Wands, you continue to channel your information and your messages. You continue to look out there in the world and see the good people that is trying their best, and you applaud them for who they are. You continue to flow with life and slow down when it's necessary. Sometimes you do have to double back to make sure that you didn't miss a valuable lesson. Because it can cause issues in the long run. Don't be impatient. Look for the patterns, the consistent and inconsistent energy. Someone is very faithful and truthful. And they take their time with things. Jumping to conclusions. Don't yield the best results. Slow and steady will win your race. Your personal race. What's this Page of Wands? With the King of Wands. Great testament, though. You need to lead. Be the example. I feel like nobody's holding anything against anyone, though. Like, that's something that needs to... I think that probably was the situation, you know? Like, nobody's holding any... People do things. Like, you won't get to move on. You won't get to live the life you want to live if you're constantly blaming things of the past for who you are and why you did and what it is. You have to take accountability for your own choices and decisions. But at the end of the day, we are looking for what is the root of these issues. Why is people like this? And it can't be because of the outside world influencing them. Because I promise you, when you instill certain things into your children, they move and they behave in certain ways. Certain things just won't be. So if you are raised to be a gentleman, to protect children and women, why would someone hold anything against the woman for being the one that was being abused to begin with? There's no issue with that. So it never was brought up. What's this Emerald Tablet activation with the Central Sun? With the Seven of Pentacles. feel like continue to focus on the things that you can see grow. Continue to focus on those things that the seeds that you have well planted. Continue to focus on your stability. Someone has more than enough. And they will always have more than enough. I feel like you have been gaining momentum in the right ways. So keep up the good work, though. Truly. Because this isn't a facade and this isn't no lick back energy. This is stepping out of comfort zones. It's igniting your passion for life, for being who you are supposed to be in this lifetime. Not what the negative energies or the negative entities want you to be, but who you are supposed to be. That's the central sun here. Or the Seven of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. The Ten of Cups. And Justice. Okay? So you continue to communicate. You continue to allow for the love that you have for individuals and your family and friends. Shine. That's how you gain justice, even if it's not, flamboyant and all sorts of things. But that's what's needed. The passion, the love. I will sacrifice my life for yours type of energy is what's needed. I will sacrifice a bag to make sure that you have the things that you need, which is love, understanding, and forgiveness. And someone's very in this energy of anxiety over money, though. Like, the money is like they don't really even know how they're going to provide, honestly. You know, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's someone that's been doing things excessively. You know, it's just, you're not... And it's a lot of different departments too. So that's just it, because it's, you know, it's not all about what's going on in this physical with the physical eye. Spiritually, things are happening. And I've been saying that for quite some time now. But it really is. And that's kind of like what's initiating things to be. And if you're truly not ready for that, then it can come with a lot of different challenges. So that's why you have to learn from these experiences. That's why you can't be afraid to let go of what no longer assists in your soul's growth, what no longer holds value to you. Yeah, it was nice when you first got it. It's just like having a couch. If it's beat up and ran down and dirty, when you go to wash it and it still won't come clean, that it has no value to you. If the back is all broken, all sorts of stuff, it has no value to you. So don't hold on to it. Don't try to make it seem like it's okay when it's not. Get rid of it. Get something new. You don't have to hold on to these things just because it might appear like it's what you have, but then in all reality, you don't. It's just even like with me and my Jeep. I said I wouldn't bring up the Jeep anymore, but yeah, no, sometimes it really does help to see. But, you know, on the outside looking in, the Jeep it looked really nice. It didn't have any rust. It looked really nice. But internally, she was going through some things. She was old. She had a lot of miles on her, you know, a lot of pressure. I was driving her from Ohio to back and all over the place, constantly doing things, you know. So and although it looked like it still had a lot of life and use, I could have got a lot more use out of it. It just wasn't what it was. So getting rid of it, I mean, I did just run it out to the ground, but allowing myself to see that, not holding on so tightly to things and releasing them when they need to be released is what helps you to open up to more blessings, basically, is what that example was. Okay, when you let go of things that no longer holds value to you, you are able to open up to more blessings that is truly fitting for you. Like that was fitting for me for that moment, and now I got something else that is fitting for me for this moment. And that's just kind of how you have to see things as a whole. Always looking at the bigger picture of it all. All right, Sagittarius, that's all I have for you, okay? You take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I am sending you peace, love, and light. And until next time.